Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, many of you are watching it on your cable services throughout Acadiana, and others are watching it on your internet, which is worldwide, I might add. And then another group may be watching it on the old-time rabbit ears. And hopefully that service will get stronger in the near future. And then, of course, the internet today is worldwide, and more are watching it. And as I take pictures of different friends that I meet, and they say, well, we don't live locally, no problem. Just go to the internet. Go to the internet, and what would they use then?
They go to www.kdcg.com, and they can find links to see the show live. They can see archive shows on the YouTube. They can see the photo galleries and all kind of good stuff out there.
Really?
Recipes from the cooking show.
That's correct. And of course, radio service on the original 7 a.m. program on Thursday morning. That particular program is on KSLO 1230 AM on your dial and 105.3 FM. And of course, that's all part of Delta Media as well as KDCG Channel 22.1.
Uniquely Acadiana is their new slogan for KDCG TV. And today's the first of the month, I guess. No, second of the month. You're seeing all the new shows. That we got the new lineup of stuff like Sanford and Son, All in the Family, Three's Company, Jack Benny, all kind of the good old-timey shows. Three's Company, I saw, Dennis the Menace, Lead It to Beaver. So keep your eye open, all the new shows going on.
And the Bobby Dupre Show will be on 7 a.m. on television, and replays one other time now due to constraints that were placed, I guess, on the station, having less locally created shows like ours. And it'll replay on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m.
And watch for us.
So watch for us, and those of you, of course, that have a computer at home, you can watch it. You heard your neighbors talk about it. It's going to be archived.
Every show for the last year is archived.
It is archived. That's correct.
You can watch
and
them.
Someone told me recently, last few days, that they looked up the photo gallery and they could only get to 20 pictures. Well, each segment, each program has its own starting and stopping date. Am I correct? Yes.
That's correct.
So you'd have to go to another date to get pictures.
Right.
If you're looking for
each show's got their own gallery, so you click on that week's show and you'll see just those photos.
If you know which week it is, or approximately what week it is, then you can go directly to that and dial that up. Hopefully we've sold you on the idea. One other thing about Delta Media, if you would get that Jim Hawthorne ad. Okay, there it is. It's right there on your TV screens, computer screens, iPhone screens. An Evening with the Voice, and the voice of LSU, and that is a big, well-known, distinctive voice, Jim Hawthorne. Will be presenting a program at Lafayette Petroleum Club on Hyman Boulevard, August the 7th. That's Tuesday coming, 6:30 p.m. Dinner will be served for only $30 for an evening with Jim, and I'm sure he's going to have some very interesting, understand he puts on a real good program, and might even have some DVDs and all of some of the highlights of how he gets excited in that booth, and you can get that he's reporting.
You can get tickets at Delta Media's main office there in Karen Crow, what used to be the old Angel's restaurant there on the right-hand side. They sell tickets there, and I'm sure there'll be a few tickets left at the door, but you probably want to do it ahead of time. You could call Heather Carter at 896-2687. She can hook you up with some tickets.
That is Delta Media, located, I guess the easiest place would be across the street from our friends Prejean's Restaurant
Good way to find
in
them.
Karen Crow, Louisiana. An Evening with with Jim Hawthorne.
How about a sponsor? How about Benny Supermarket right out the gate? Good morning, Mr. Benny and the whole crew over there at Benny Supermarket. You can get all your great produce there, the best of the best produce. They've got 7 days a week. The deli's got good home-style cooking, great plate dinner lunches, and they got salads and all too if you're kind of watching that middle section. Little Benny Sports Shack there for nutritional supplemental needs if you're working out, if you're a bodybuilder, if you're just a guy trying to stay in shape. They got all kind of good things to help you watch what you're eating. Great beer selection, Miss Mary's gift shop, and all the great produce you're used to and meats.
Well, the big, I guess, event that's taking place as far as sports world goes is the 2012 Olympics, which is being held in London. And I'll tell you one thing, our Queen Elizabeth just did a tremendous job. They spent about $45 million putting this show on. And the only complaint that they had, it lasted too long. Well, I bet the people there never said that. That's somebody making a report, maybe the TV people covering all of that event. I think it lasted about 3 hours. And it was beautiful. I saw portions of it. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but look at this event that's taking place in the big stadium over there. Around what, 75,000 people I think was in attendance, and the Queen, who really doesn't get out and do this type of promotion very much, did a tremendous job of, I guess you could say, reintroducing England to the rest of the world. She came out in all of her best, and the flame is the only thing that they really complained about. The flame is beautiful. Saw it on television. It's hard for the average citizens to go by the stadium and see it. It's kind of in a corner, and you can understand why. It would have to be outside of that building completely for it to be shown. You can't leave it in the middle because those beautiful little young girls are doing all that gymnastics. Yeah. Let's talk about the gymnastics
they
show
did very, very well.
Took place Tuesday night.
The U.S. team ended up winning as the first team gold medal in gymnastics since, what, 96?
96.
So it's only the second one in U.S. history. Now, I mean, each one of those young ladies were dominant. I mean, it wasn't even close with the others. You know, the Russians were, I think, second, and I know the Chinese do very well as well. But for some reason, we just were deep in gymnasts this year. And that's just the ones they brought with them. You know the competition to get there, how strong the whole crew is.
Well, just to show you, within, I think that we had like 5 or 6 that made up the team in different events and all. For the main individual events, this was the team event last Tuesday night that they won. On the individuals, there were 3 or 4 that tried out there, and the top girl, the champion in the world, didn't make the 2 finalists.
Only two from any country could go. And she was third, just a little bit behind that last one.
That's right. And she cried. It was tough. It was really tough. Thank God, that was Monday night. Thank God last night she came back and she was on that winning team.
Got the team gold medal.
So she got a team gold medal. So she will have something. And I guess one of the biggest events there is swimming. It's very, very well coordinated. They show you a lot of swimming events. And our boy Michael Phelps won another gold medal and also another medal, and now he holds the record in amounts of medals won. I think that made his number 19th, and that was his 15th gold medal, and the rest were bronze and silver. And it was fun. I find he's a different person this year. I find he's a lot more, I guess, mellow. This is his 3rd Olympics. His mother says, why are you all counting him out in 2016?
I tell you, it's hard to count him out. I think this time if he's missing a step at all, part of it's going to be age, no doubt, but part of it is that he had trained so hard for them first 2 Olympics. I think that he just had some burnout.
Well, he had a period there where he kind of got in a depression, and
it's hard to come down when you're the king of the world. You got to go home to mama.
And and his mama's tough on him. Yeah, mama's still kind of. But anyhow, I know all of you are watching it, but just wanted to kind of mention. And NBC eclipses the Beijing viewership, which is good, meaning that the London, more people are watching. And I guess the English language is helping out.
Yeah, I think so.
In the event.
And London is an interesting town for people. They know a little bit about the Queen. They know a little bit about some of the English athletes. So, there's some things people can relate to probably easier than China. China's that mysterious, different land for us.
It's a big economic engine for London, and I think they have 4,500 pubs in London, not England, in London. And they showed the bad job that one of the sports announcers, he had to go around and visit these pubs and drink a beer at each one of them. Try them all. That's right. And I went there, and that's correct. There's a lot of pubs. And talking about economic engine, the center that is being promoted by Sleed, that is on Harry Gilboa Road, well, would be if it comes to fruition, would be on Harry Gilboa Road. Mr. Harold Foreman, who has developed the Copper Crown complex there, already has the auction facility, and in a month from now, in September, I think it's around the 6th, I'll give you the exact date, but it's already, the books are out. It's already a big success as far as the number of horses that are going to be sold at this auction. And it's also helping, for instance, a lot of the people are coming in from out of state, and they're staying at Evangeline Downs Hotel. So a lot of side benefits would come forth if they had this expo center, which would then take in all types of musical events, the big truck type events, the motorcycle events with inside of a building, of course, livestock shows. I mean, it would be an event center that would take in a lot of different activities throughout the whole year, not just sales. It would be similar to the Ike Hamilton facility over in West Monroe, Louisiana, which is booked 3 years ahead. So there's a lot of interest in this new event center here. So good luck to you, Mr. Harold, and your investors, I might add.
How about a thank you to Miss Pat Hebert in Leonville for giving us the French word for proud. Last week you were trying to say proud in Cajun French. You couldn't find that word. And Miss Pat called me and said fier.
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 Okay,
I'll put that in your dictionary and keep that.
Well, let's go to,
we're going to go to a 1 minute break right now. And after the 1 minute commercial, we're going to come back.
Le Cab Francais in Orneville, Louisiana. I told y'all I was going, and I did attend.
See y'all in 1 minute.